Hello everyone. So today let us discuss some multiple choice questions related to deep carious lesions and diagnosis. First question is that in case of deep carious lesions, incomplete debridement is done to seal the cavity and create aseptic seals, avoid micro leakage, prevent pulpal exposure and allow a thin layer of dentine to remain, or all of the above. You can write your answers in a piece of paper, and at last I have given all the answers. Number 2 is case selection of indirect pulp capping include no history of spontaneous pulpal pain, normal response to vitality test, no mobility and signs of periapical involvement, or all of the above. Third is steps in indirect pulp capping include excavate soft carious dentine, apply thin layer of calcium hydroxide over the deepest layer of demineralized dentine, place a well sealed interim restoration, or all of the above. You can pause the video. If I am going very fast, you can pause the video and then read the options. The fourth one is the feature absent in affected dentine is it contains collagen, it is hard in consistency, it contains bacteria, it can remineralize. Feature absent. Diet pulp capping can be done in cases of reversible pulpitis, irreversible pulpitis, iatrogenic small exposures of pulp, or pulpal necrosis. You have to write down the most appropriate answer. Then the agents used for the management of deep carious lesion include zinc phosphate, acrylic resin, calcium hydroxide or MTA, or zinc oxide, eugenol. Just write down the most appropriate answer. Which is not a vital pulp therapy? Pulpotomy, indirect pulp capping, pulpectomy, or direct pulp capping. Sharp pain is suggestive of C fibers, chronic injury, adelta fibers, or none of the above. Patient's ability to locate pain is suggestive of pulpal necrosis, pulpal pain, periodontal pain, or none of the above. And sinus tract should be traced with mouth mirror, gauze piece, 35 number gutta percha, or gingival retraction cord. Agents used for cold test are ice sticks, carbon dioxide snow, compressed gases, or all of the above. No response to vitality test is suggestive of irreversible pulpitis, reversible pulpitis, most probably non-vital or vital. Electric pulp test indicates blood flow to the pulp, oxygen saturation of the pulp, vital sensory fibers present in the pulp, or all of the above. False positive response is recorded in recently traumatized pulp, in cases of extensive calcifications, in cases of multi-rooted teeth with partially necrotic pulp with some nerve fibers still vital in one or more of the root canals, and in patients with increased pain threshold. So which one has a false positive result? Technique used for anesthetic testing in same quadrant is nerve block, anesthetic spray, intraligamentory injection, or none of the above. Laser Doppler flowmetry detects moving red blood cells, surface temperature, oxygen saturation of blood, change in volume of blood. Calcium hydroxide is alkaline. It can cause mineralization. Is it antibacterial or it is all of the above? So these are the answers. Just tally your answers and you can calculate your score. This also contains MCQs regarding diagnosis, and I have not still uploaded the video on diagnosis. So I'm just working on it, and next probably I will upload on diagnosis or maybe after opening of antidiabetes. Okay, so these are the answers. I hope you have had a great result. Thank you so much for watching.